It's Wednesday, time for our weekly trip to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live this morning from Swamico, where it's probably wet outside.
Neil, I have a question for you. Were people zip lining in the wind gusts yesterday?
No, they weren't.
Okay.
We're actually closed yesterday, but they were zip lining during the Zoo Boo in the dark.
Oh, with glow sticks?
We got glow sticks, so if you come out for the Zoo Boo the next 2 weekends, we do have the glow zip going on. And I heard it was really cool because, I mean, you're up on top of that tower, stepping off into the dark, and away you go. So,
Sounds like a lot of fun to me.
It looked pretty good. Everything's lit up, you know, but
Yeah.
I mean, once you step off, it's in the dark, but it's a lot of fun. But you know, if you're, I was going to tell you, you know, if you're coming out too, you know, we've got a lot of the exhibits decorated, and we got a lot of places, even like right now, you like see it's raining out, we're inside where it's high and dry, and we're in the education center. And of course, if it's kind of Zoo Boo, you want to check out some of our creepy crawlies, but here we actually have a ball python. We got two of them, you can see. But you got one head here.
I've handled one of those.
Yeah, you did. You know, and they're really neat. They're real docile. They're nice to work with. We use them for programs. You know, one of the things they call them a ball python because one of their defense mechanisms is actually to roll up in a tight ball, kind of like an armadillo does. You know, and they'll tuck their head in. But these are what we call primitive snakes. And the reason they are is they're a little bit different than a lot of other snakes. These snakes actually have two functional lungs. Most snakes only have one. And also, which you can't see, but if we were to x-ray this guy, you'd be able to see a pelvic girdle and little, you know, vestigial limbs inside. So these are a little bit different than most snakes. And of course, pythons and boas, they're different too. The pythons, they have actually an extra bone in their head. And if we take a look, we're going to kind of zoom in here. Here's something else that's different with them. If you look at, you know, the upper jaw, you'll see how those scales are turned up. And they're turned up and they're cupped, and inside there's sensors. And those sensors can pick up heat to 1/3000th of a degree.
Whoa.
So each one of those, and they're cupped kind of a little bit differently in a different angle. So they can actually, you know, basically they can see in the dark, but they can also pick up any change of temperature. So they can kind of zero in. And the way they're all lined up there, like saying there's nerves in there that pick that up. Now you can see this one right here is, it's not going to be too long, it's going to be getting to shed. You can see how the eyes are just a little bit cloudy, a little milky on this one. And that's showing us as a sign that this one is going to shed. Now these guys have teeth. They got about 100 to 150 teeth.
Great.
You know? And they're all curved back.
You didn't tell me that when you gave it to me to hold.
No, I didn't want to scare you. You know.
There you go.
Well, Neil, we'll check back with you next hour and you can tell us more, okay?
Hey.